Today on Hobby Journeys, me and my dad are doing Delivery 8 of Imperium Magazine, which comes with issue 27 to 30, which comes with some Necron Warriors Scarabs and a big skull reactor thing.
So, we're doing Delivery 8 of Imperium Magazine.
Like we said in the intro.
Delivery 8. So, Delivery 8 came quite a while ago. We are steadily catching up, though. We've been able to get out one delivery video every 2 weeks for the last sort of 6 weeks.
We are catching up a bit.
Yeah, we are catching up. We're starting to get ourselves back to somewhere. This issue came with issues 27 to 30. Key things we got here were a big piece of new terrain, which is the Haemotrope Reactor.
No, it needs a different name.
What did you want to call it?
The Necron Skull Reactor.
You want to call it the Necron Skull? It's actually Adeptus Mechanicus,
I
think.
know.
So it's actually not Necron at all.
But it's Necron now.
You want to call it Necron? Alright, well, it's yours. Call it what
It's
you
got
want.
a skull on it.
Yeah, you can call it what you want to.
What about the orc? What orcs are in this?
Yeah, it's not an orc thing at all. Just not. It just isn't. But yeah, it also came with two of the issues that came with this delivery was split across 2 sprues worth of Necron Warriors, and we got the Haemotrope Reactor and then a couple of paints as well that came with one of the issues. Yeah. So what have you been up to this week, Matthew?
Scooter.
School holidays at the moment, isn't it? Summer holidays.
Tomorrow we're going on holiday.
Yeah, we're going to Northumbria, aren't we, tomorrow?
Northumbria?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Northumbria.
Isn't Northumbria the biggest area in England?
It's the biggest county, I think, because it doesn't have anyone living there. So, but yeah, it's quite big.
It doesn't have anyone living there?
Well, there's not many people in Northumbria. It's mainly just sort of countryside and stuff. Mainly countryside. Yeah. But yeah, so we're
Does that
Northumbria tomorrow.
mean maybe Necrons sleep there?
They're not real, so I wouldn't have thought so.
But you never know.
You never know, dear. So issue 27. So this issue came with the Haemotrope Reactor. Sorry. So this issue came with the Haemotrope
Reactor.
Haemotrope Reactor.
Or the Necron Skull Reactor.
Yeah, or whatever you want to call it. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, this came with a big piece of terrain. So we got that. Front cover is some. I think these are Dark Angels on the front. Ian has signed as always, which is good. So he. Where does it say
Happy Hobbying? It always says Happy Hobbying.
I don't know.
Oh my God! They've got rid of Happy Hobbying.
Oh no, well maybe he writes something different every time. You see, he's writing about the Haemotrope Reactor, so I think it's just.
But he always says Happy Hobbying at the bottom.
Well, this time I think maybe he doesn't want us to be happy when we're doing it. Maybe he wants us to be miserable with our hobbying. Come on, Ian, you can do better than this. So, the Haemotrope Reactor.
Big, fat, chunky, good.
Yeah, it's a big power generator, which exists in most Imperial cities, I think. It tells you a bit about how they work. They are built by the Adeptus Mechanicus, which is why you've got the cog symbol.
Well, now it's Necron.
Yeah, being Imperial, it's all a little bit gothic with the skull. When we paint it, it's going to have this sort of black and white motif to it. I think the Adeptus Mechanicus, typically their symbol is a cog with white and black sort of going on with it.
Yeah, look down there. That's their symbol.
Yeah, you're right, it is. There it is. That is their symbol. So yeah, I think this is quite cool. I really like this model. It's quite it's one of the better terrain pieces I think that they've got. It's the one I like the most, I think. So we've got a battle record for the Haemotrope Reactor. I'm not really that sure that we'd want to.
Chunky.
Oh, apparently, so there's an energy field around the Haemotrope Reactor apparently.
Wow.
So it's got some sort of field that will protect units around it, I think. So I think units can hide next to it because the energy field around it will protect them from bullets and all that sort of thing.
So like a shield bubble?
Yeah, it gives like a shield to any units nearby. Yeah, that is a thing.
Fortnite.
So...
Are those orcs or Chaos Space Marines?
That is Chaos Space Marines from Nurgle, so they're Death Guard, I think, by the looks of it. So they're fighting some Ultramarines. We've got a bit more lore about the Space Marines battle line. So I think it's a good opportunity for you to tell me all about the Space Marines. So what do you know about the Space Marines, Matthew?
I know they had a special person. I forgot his name.
Which special person are we talking about?
They begin with P, don't they?
Oh, the Primarchs?
Yeah.
So what do you know about the Primarchs?
Each one has their own chapter, but the only one who's still alive is the Ultramarine one.
You're
Because
right.
the rest
Rebute Gilliman.
killed themselves, I think, or they just died, or they just gave up the job.
Yeah, so do you remember anything about the Primarchs and where they came from?
Didn't the Emperor create them?
He did, yeah.
So they could look after different chapters.
Yeah.
And they also used Gulliman's blood to make different Ultramarines.
Yeah, so they used the genetic material of the Space Marine, the Primarchs
Yeah,
Space
and
Marines.
if one dies, they collect their giant, their gens.
Gene seed, yeah.
Yeah, and they use it to make more.
Yeah, they do. So what else do you know about the Space Marines?
Their leader was the Emperor.
Yeah.
Just the Emperor. No one knows his name.
Yeah.
He could have been called Robert.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't think he was called Robert, but he might have been.
Because Robert.
Do you think that Roberto Gilliman's real name was Robert?
No.
Robbie Gilliman.
No, I'm thinking.
Robbie Gilliman.
No, I'm saying he called him Roberto Gilliman because his name was
Roberto Gilliman.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Roberto.
Robbie.
No. The Emperor's name is like Rob or something.
Okay.
Because,
So he got named after his dad.
no, yeah, Gilliman got named after his dad.
Oh, so his dad was called Robbie. The
yeah.
Emperor's real name was Robbie.
Rob.
Robbie the Emperor.
Rob.
Yeah. Robbie the First, maybe. Emperor of mankind.
Rob, yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be the second then?
I don't know.
Maybe Gilliman's the second.
Well, maybe. So what else do you know about the Space Marines? Do you know anything about how they fight?
They have different power armor.
Yeah, do you remember any of the different types?
The chunky one. The Gravis.
That's his Gravis, yeah.
The normal one.
Tacticus, I think that is.
Yeah, Tacticus. The flying chunker one.
Yeah, I can't remember what the flying chunker one's called either. That's what the Inceptors wear, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
the khaki thing.
Yeah, the stealth one. Can you remember any of the chapters of the Space Marines?
Space Wolves.
Yeah, do you
Blood
remember?
Angels.
Do you remember anything about them as well?
They always ride wolves. Blood Angels drink their blood. They drink blood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ultramarines are just Ultramarines.
Yeah.
Dark Angels, was it?
Yeah, it's Dark Angels. Yeah, that one.
And I think like their ruler was like an angel, weren't they? Or was that the Blood Angels?
That was a Blood Angel. Sanguinius is a bit like an angel. So yeah, well, that's very good. You've done real well there. Yeah, very good.
And also, there's actually an extra chapter which isn't part of the humankind.
No.
The Nurgle ones.
So they're Chaos Space Marines, which are slightly different. They originally you had 20 legions, and 10 of the legions rebelled in the Horus Heresy. So that was with Horus, and they all turned to Chaos. So some of those legions went to a specific Chaos god. So you had Nurgle was the Death Guard, and so they're all sort of yucky and diseased.
So the intestine guy.
Yeah, he's from Nurgle. You had the Thousand Sons. They're of Sneech or something. I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce it actually. Snatch, maybe. Yeah.
Snack.
Yeah. Then you've got the World Eaters of Corn.
Corn.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're good. Not that sort of corn. Not the corn you eat. And the last one is the Emperor's Children, who are Slanesh. And I'm thinking of painting some of them. Quite like them.
Slanesh.
I would fancy painting some purple. They wear purple armour, and I quite like painting purple.
Thing is,
yeah.
There's only one country there's actually no countries in the world to have purple in the flag.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Fact. Very good.
Why are you saying it like that?
Fact.
Why like that?
Because it's fact. You told me a fact, so I'm going fact.
Well, if you can't,
Matthew Facts.
If you think Caribbean's a full country, it would have purple in, but Caribbean isn't a full country, is it?
Is it not? Is the Caribbean not a full country?
No.
Facts. Matthew Facts. Anyway, so let's go on. So, Space Marines battle line. So it's telling us a bit about the way that the Space Marines fight. And we've got different types of squads. So these are the Primaris squads.
Heavy Intercessor squad, Infiltrator squad, and Ultra Militarum squad.
Yeah, so you've got the Astra Militarum, who used to be called the Imperial Guard, and are still the Imperial Guard as far as I'm concerned. Always will be. That's what they called them back in my day, and we don't like change. Except I quite like the Primaris Marines, who are quite new. But yes, we've got different types of squads. You've got the Intercessors, Heavy Intercessors, Infiltrators. I imagine, because that seems quite limited in the number of different types of units they've told us about, but I think there'll be another page that backs onto that we get a bit later on, which will tell us a few more types of squads.
What about the Chunkers?
Yeah, exactly. So we haven't got aggressors on there. So I think, or maybe it is because these are the battle line squads. But I think they'll then tell us about the fire support and all the different other types, like the heavier types. They'll probably be later issue.
Heavy Intercessor squad.
Yeah, but these are like your normal battle lines. So these are all armoured bolters, and these make up the backbone of your army. But then you've got your fire supports. That's more specialist stuff like your aggressors and so on. So
Chunkers, not aggressors.
Sorry, Chunkers. So probably in a later issue, it's going to tell us all about that. So now we've got a little bit about the ages of mankind. So this is telling us about the history of mankind before the Imperium. So now you're asking about whether there was Warhammer 10,000. Well, this is what's telling us. What was it? The Age of Terror, that lasts up to the year 15,000. So that lasted from now up until the year 15,000. And then the Age of Strife.
I know that one.
Yeah, so that's what happened before the Imperium. So this was the 5,000 years before the Imperium.
But wasn't that before that? But Imperium happened then, isn't that when they lost all that technology?
Yeah, pretty much. So there was a load of different things happened. So there were warp storms, which were caused by the birth of the Chaos God Slanesh, the fall of the Eldar.
Is that him?
That's the Emperor. That's the Emperor there.
Yeah,
looking very posh in his armour.
He's very big.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Emperor arrived during the Age of Strife and reunited humanity. And then you've got the Age of Darkness, which is from 31,000 onwards. So basically 30,000 through to 40,000.
Why is it called the Age of Darkness?
I don't know really. It's just the humanity was under attack and all that sort of thing.
Look at the Emperor's hair. It's got an eagle in his hair.
Yeah, he has. So then we've got the how to build guides. Tell us how to build the Haemotrope Reactor. It was actually quite straightforward. It wasn't too tricky actually. It comes in some quite big parts, so it's quite easy to build. We've got the how to paint guide. So I've already airbrushed it with lead belcher, giving it a layer of Nuln oil. So we still need to paint the white onto it, the blue, etc. So we'll be doing that. So yeah, a bit of red, a bit of gold, runal brass,
white.
Etc. We have lots of colours to go on there. Then we're into rules reference, so it's giving us more information. We're now into the point where it's giving us the summary of all the rules. So this tells us about the different rounds of the game. So this is a bit of a rule update. It's basically telling us about a lot of the different turns and so on.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? It means that you can, to climb up a 5-inch high thing, it would still only be one inch of movement. So it's basically just showing you about climbing vertically, so going upwards. So yeah, some more rules reference. So then we're on to the new battle that we came with this one that we played. So this was the Technomancer up against the Tech Priest Dominus.
Well, also Necron Warriors and some Intercessors.
Yeah, it was. So we had some Necron Immortals, didn't we? And some Intercessors.
And some Scarabs.
Yeah. Now, I know you won this one because you won all the games that we played. So it was the Technomancer up against Tech Priest Dominus. The Tech Priest had some Assault Intercessors, so it was a mixed force of Adeptus Mechanicus and Space Marines. And the Necrons had 3 Scarab Swarms and 5 Necron Immortals.
Any time with the Immortals.
Okay, it's 10 dice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Alright, so 3+ to hits.
I didn't really roll them. I just place them down like that. That was a very alright turn. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't amazing. Whoops. They won't go in my hands. Stay in my hands. Good. Now I need to wound.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3+ to wound.
Hate when that happens.
That's good as well.
And you get to save on a 3+.
I'm going to be we'll be saving the 5 or a 6, I think.
You might be
dead.
dead.
With the tech. Actually, no, 4+. She's got 2+ save normally.
You dead?
I am dead. We quite enjoyed that battle, didn't we? It was quite a good battle. We did that one. So that was issue 27. So issue 28 was the first of 2 issues to come with a sprue each of Necron Warriors that made up a squad of 10 of them. Now this is quite good because when I built the first lot of Necron Warriors, so we've already had in earlier issues 10 Necron Warriors before. I made too many of them with the big Gauze blasters because I didn't know which ones were which. So I was able to rebalance it a bit by building some more of these with the Gauze flayers. So we've got the right numbers now, which we didn't do before, so I had to keep mixing and matching. So yeah, so we came with the 2 sprues of Necron Warriors, which was good. So I've built all those. They're not painted yet, but I'll be doing them. I imagine when we get to it, they're going to be all lovely and painted in the video.
Necron Warriors hard to make.
And they're hard to make. They're really quite fiddly. They're not too bad because these are push fit. These originally are the same models that we got with the Indomitus box set, and they were all push fit, which means they're a bit easier to put together than a normal one might be, but they're still really fiddly. They're very little and they break and feet get bent all over the place and stuff. The scarabs are lovely to build. You just literally cut them off, clean them up, stick them on the base and they're done. Alright, so issue 28. So, signed by Ian. Good lad. There you go.
Yes, he said happy hobbying in this one.
Very good. We like it when he's, back on form. Back on form, Ian. Well done. Excellent. That's what we like to see.
Is that the Adeptus Mechanicus?
I think what it is that this issue features some stuff about the Adeptus Mechanicus and some stuff about the Necrons. So that's a symbol of the Necrons, and that's a symbol of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
But last time you said it was the cog.
I think they can have multiple. I think this is meant to signify them. It's not the cog symbol, but it is a symbol, so that's fine. So we've got a bit of more information about the Necron Warriors. We've had some previously, but this is telling them a bit about the Necron Warriors as the individuals. So it's telling you about the loss of self. So they lost their souls when they got converted into the Necron Warriors.
But that's good, because then if they cried, they would...
Yeah, like I say, if you're in a metal body, you don't be crying, do you? So you don't really want to have a soul. So maybe that was helpful. Well done to the Catan for taking away their souls. Although these guys do look a bit rusty. So,
That's probably because they've been fighting.
Yeah, could be that. But yeah, so a bit about the Necron Warriors, how they've got no freedom of will. They're basically just automatons. A bit about that conversion into the Necron from the Necron tier. It was because the Catan were fighting the war against the old ones, and they basically wanted to use them as a tool in their battle. So they tricked the Necrons into giving up the Necrons basically wanted immortality. All they wanted in the world was to live forever, and they got their wish, but they did have to lose their mortal bodies and souls and so on to get there. And that's the biotransference. Then we've got...
But how did they do that into the metal bodies?
I don't know. I'm not a Necron scientist. So
also, why is his eye like that?
The idea is they're all, because they've lived so long, they're not all in the best of repair. So some of them are quite broken and need repairing and so on.
And that one, look at his
Yeah,
head.
you see battle damage. It's telling you about the battle damage they've got. So yeah, then we could record some information about our units. It says about the Relentless March. This is a bit like we had with the Space Marines in the previous issue. It's just telling us about the Necrons' battle formations and so on, I think. It tells about Blackstone. Then we've got a bit of information about the Adeptus Mechanicus. So we've got a bit of information about the Skitarii Legions. Then we've got the How to Build Guide for Necron Warriors. As I say, these guys were not so bad, but they are fiddly, and it does take quite a long time because there's so many of them. So that was a thing. that know how to paint guide, because we didn't have the full set of 10 miniatures at the point of this magazine. So straight into the update of the core rules, so more core rules, adding on to what we had with the last issue. So these are just building up into a full set of rules now. So by the time we've got all the core rules in a few episodes, we'll have the full set. There's a picture of some terrain. Now we get these in the next delivery, I think. So this is.
Like I'd paint it.
Yeah. Bit of dry brushing on that, I think. You like your dry brushing, don't you?
Like this. Will there be dry brushing on that?
Probably not. No, we're just straight up painting that. But there will be a lot of dry brushing to do on the this terrain when we get it.
This is what dry brushing be like.
It is a little bit like that. But anyway. Yep, so then basically some terrain rules, Imperium terrain, so it's basically just building up into the full set of rules now. There's some more missions to do, so we've got new missions. So this one was Space Marines versus Necrons, called Supply Cache Assault. So this battle had, you remember this one, it had 3 of the Minotaurian containers. Each one had an objective on top, and we had to basically claim those. But because I played as the Space Marines, they had a lot less units than the Necrons. The Necrons had 10 Necron Warriors. 20 Necron Warriors. So this one it's a Primaris Lieutenant up against the Overlord.
And some aggressors.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So it's the Primaris Lieutenant up against the Overlord. The Lieutenant has 3 aggressors and 5 assault intercessors. So he's got his chunky boys there.
Chunky!
And it's 20 Necron Warriors alongside the Overlord. I think weight of numbers made the difference, meaning that you got more. I think you won by a couple of victory points, didn't you, in this one? Okay, so I'm going to be hitting on a 3+. That's not great. That's alright, actually. Hit with 6 of them, about average. I'm wounded on a 2+, I think.
This for your aggressors?
Yeah, wounded on a 2+.
Will I get to save after?
No, you're not going to get a save because they've got a -3. So on a 2+, all of them. So that's going to be 6 Necron Warriors off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 left.
But 1. So if you want to leave 1 for my lieutenant to kill, to survive.
You're just bullying people.
It is a bit bullying, isn't it, really? So Lieutenant's going to be hitting on a 2+.
I feel bad for that one aggressor. I feel bad for that one Necron Warrior. He's just like, Mama!
He's
like,
so that's going to be wounded on a 3+.
I bet this guy's watching him. He's like, where's me popcorn?
2. He's dead. I think, yeah, I've got -3, so yeah, he's dead.
Oof.
There we go. So, issue 29. This came with the final sprue of Necron Warriors. So we were able to build the full set of them this time. The cover's got some Space Wolves on it with an aggressor. You like your aggressors, don't you? A chunky lad.
Chunky lad riding a wolf.
Can you imagine an aggressor on a wolf?
Like that big on a wolf.
Poor wolf. He's going to hurt his back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not going to be good for his back.
That's what I was going to say.
So
Ian, happy hobbying.
Yeah, he's wished us happy hobbying, which is good. We like that.
We don't like that though.
Why?
Because if he's saying happy hobbying, does not mean he's not having.
No, you see, he's having such happy hobbying that he wants to spread the joy. He wants to tell us about it.
He
as
isn't
well.
having any happy hobbying because he's giving happy hobbying to us. So that means he isn't having happy hobbying because he's giving it to us.
I'm pretty certain that Ian is always happy hobbying.
Except for that one issue where he didn't say it.
Well, maybe so. Anyway, we've got some information about the Forge worlds of the Adeptus Mechanicus. So first and foremost is Mars. Yeah, so Mars was where the Adeptus Mechanicus started. That's where everything came from. We've got a picture here of a Skitarii. Now, he's wearing the uniform of the Martians, the Martian Adeptus Mechanicus. So they wear red robes typically. Then we've got a bit about
Sigil of Mars.
the Sigil of Mars. That's the symbol. That's the cog symbol that we were talking about earlier.
Also a fat chunky boy.
Yeah, so Tech Priest
And
Dominus
the thing
there.
that you broke off.
Yeah, Servo Skull. Then we've got a bit of information about the Gene Stealer cults. So the Gene Stealer cults are a faction in Warhammer 40,000. They are the Gene Stealers. Are the sort of first attack wave of the Tyranids. So what they will do is typically infiltrate the population and infect people with their genetic material, and then over a number of generations, the children of those ones will look a little bit like a Gene Stealer. Then the next children of them will look even more, and eventually the kids grow up to be pure strain Gene Stealers, who are big alien things with big claws, like 4 arms.
What?
This shows you've got so you've got Neophyte, who's very much like a human. You've got a second generation who looks a little bit like I was saying, a little bit like a little bit more alien. Then you've
hybrid.
got third generation, look even more, and then eventually a pure strain Gene Stealer, and that's what he looks like.
What, you forgot the hybrid.
Yeah, so this is a hybrid. So these are sort of half and half. So the hybrids are basically half Gene Stealer, half human. This guy here is a pure strain Gene Stealer, and he is entirely Gene Stealer.
What do you do when you become a Gene Stealer?
Basically bites and attack people, I guess.
Like this?
So yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what you do. Yep. So then we've got a bit more. So this is, you know how I was saying that when you flip the page, we have a bit more information about the different types of squads. In the previous issue, well, here we go. We've got the Space Marine fire supports. Tell us about the fire supports. You've got Eradicator squads. So these are chunkers with massive big guns.
Like this. Wow, that's how big the guns are.
They are
and
very
this
big
is how
guns.
big the chunkers are.
Yeah, so massive guns.
Massive chunkers themselves.
Hellblasters. Now they're wearing the same armor as Intercessors, but they have big plasma rifles. So very, very big and powerful.
Oh my god, the Librarian.
Yeah, well, no, this is an Eliminator.
Oh.
These guys are snipers. So they've got sniper rifles. They wear camouflage to hide themselves from enemy.
And a giant chunker.
You've got a chunker. There's your aggressors. That's your aggressors. Yeah.
Chunkers!
Yeah, so that's your fire support squads.
Into the swarm.
So we've got Stormy. Sorry, we've got
Stormy.
We've got a story. This was about the Blood Angels fighting some Tyranids by the looks of it. Then we've got the How to Paint guide. So
Lots of some skulls.
Yeah, so this tells us how to paint Necron Warriors. So we'll be doing this. So as usual, we paint them in Rune Lord brass. The bits that will eventually be green at the moment are being painted white as an undercoat. So we're painting a bit of white on, bit of black for the sort of bits of under the armor bits, and then we're a bit of Nuln Oil over them to give them a bit of shading. So this is what they're going to look like eventually. Yeah, so it's telling us about what you do when you have an error. It's just telling you how to correct your painting. Yep, so then we've got some more core rules. It's still building up to give us that full set of rules, so we're clear about what the rules of the game are. Data sheets. This is the one I've been after, the Aggressor Squad. So we found
And the Librarian.
Yeah, and the Librarian. So these are ones where up to now I've been able to pull out the issue 13 playthrough. So, which has got the Aggressor guide, and then the Librarians in like issue 15 or something like that. So now we've got the full guide, so we've got the full lot, which is good. The full data sheets.
Camo cloak.
Yeah, a bit of a tutorial. So this is telling you how to play with the Librarian.
Wait, what does the camo cloak do?
He gets an additional +1 on his armor if he's in cover. So if he's hiding behind, so basically you're in cover. If, for instance, you sort of half hiding behind something, so if you can only see a bit of something, he's in cover.
So he's like under a sandbag.
Yeah, so to be fair, I'm sort of remembering the cover rules from second edition of Warhammer 40,000, which was like 25 years ago. So the rules may have changed by now. I imagine they probably have. But
wait a second. Bang, 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 bang.
Not the time for play. Oh. Right, so then we've got a battle to play. So we played through this one.
Oh.
Valkyrie Down.
This is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it is. So Matthew pulled off a bit of a manoeuvre. He outmanoeuvred me. So in this battle, this was quite an interesting one because there's a one objective. The point of this battle is if the Necron sees the objective at any point in the game, they win. But the objective is right next to the Space Marines deployment zone, so basically the Space Marines have to defend it. But I didn't defend it very well. And Matthew, while I was
fighting that side, my Immortals were shooting, but then when you go and come back with them, the Immortals were like, just walk past them.
Yeah, well, I did kill your Canoptic Spider, but and I think I killed
almost all the Scarabs.
I killed 4 bases of Scarabs, a Cryptek Spider, but you snuck in behind me with your Immortals and grabbed the objective.
The one you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, they lumbered their way slowly up the flank of the battlefield.
At first I was like, maybe I could run around them and then get in the combat to help the spider. Then I realised, why don't I just do that?
Yeah, so that's what you did.
Well win.
Oh, but it's done. 3, 4, 5 wounds. Your spider's dead.
Who cares? I've won.
Well, maybe because I've still got my turn to go.
But you have to deal with my scarabs first, don't you?
Well, I actually can't. I don't think I can do anything, to be honest.
Because I'll still have more men.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do my psychic power again. Hang on, I need to roll for my psychic power. So yeah, so it's done it. So I'm doing D3 wounds on your, what do you call it?
That's thingies.
You thingies.
Scarabs.
So he's doing 2 more wounds on them. Was that? Oh yes, that's the base
dead.
off. So it's leaving 1 more base. So.
But even if you retreat, you probably still won't be able to make it to the Chaka. And even if you do retreat,
there's not a lot I can do, really, is there?
No.
Nothing I can do.
You might as well just kill the spiders.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kill the spider with my. I'm going to use my.
The little spiders.
Yeah, with my aggressors. So hang on, 3+.
When I save, I'm just not going to try because there's no point.
So 5.
You know, when I save for this, I'm just going to be like.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Wounds on 2+. And I'm doing 2 wounds, I think. So let me just check. Yeah, 2 wounds. So he's dead.
No, he ain't, because he had 4 wounds.
Yeah, but I've done 3, 6 wounds.
Oh.
Yeah,
it don't matter, does it?
There we go.
I've won.
However, you are in control of the objective, which means that Matthew wins again.
Don't move anything.
So there you go. So yeah, and you won that one as well. So, final issue with this delivery was issue 30. So issue 30 came with a couple of paints. So we got Morfang Brown and Mephiston Red. So we're going to have some detail to paint with these ones. So in this one we've got Ian.
Ian happy hobbying.
Yeah, Ian
now
has
he
wishes
isn't
happy hobbying.
He isn't happy anymore.
We've got a roster sheet for the Adeptus and Mechanicus. So yes, it's about basically naming your army. So you can roll to name. Should we name our army? Our Adeptus and Mechanicus army?
Yes, sir.
Should we get a dice?
This. Get a dice. I speak Latin now. This. Give, dib. Give.
Right, it's dice. So we're going to roll for the name of our Adeptus Mechanicus army. So first one. 3. Iron. If you roll again for the second part of the name.
I want it to be Iron Reapers or Iron Dragons.
Let's see.
Yay!
Iron Reapers. So the name of our Adeptus Mechanicus force could be the Iron Reapers. And then we can name our Tech Priest, Dominus, Engine Seer, Skitari, Cataphron. They're going to come later. Then we've got a bit of information about the different, some of the different chapters.
Thinking with a name.
John. Okay, good. Call more John.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Uncle John.
Uncle John. Yeah. So then we've got some different chapters. So these are all successors of the Ultramarines. So when the Ultramarine Legion was split up, so originally the legions could be up to 100,000 men in strength. But after the Horus Heresy, they decided to split them up from big legions into small chapters. So they made each, as the Ultramarines got split up into lots of different, what they call successor chapters. So you've got the Nova Marines, I call them Howling Griffins. So
haven't you painted a Nova Marine somewhere?
No, I don't think so.
Just I recognise it from somewhere.
I do like the Howling Griffins because they were originally the army of some guy who worked in for Games Workshop about 30 years ago. And he painted this really cool red and yellow sort of scheme. He had a full army of them, and they put a picture of him in White Dwarf magazine, and eventually they became like a canon chapter that everyone knew the name of, and now they're one of the most popular chapters of the Howling Griffins. Everyone likes Howling Griffins.
I don't know who they are.
No, well, you do now. Howling Griffins. There you go.
I'll probably just call them the Bowling Biffins.
So it's saying that they are the veterans of some of the most brutal campaigns in the history of the Imperium. They're a renowned name. And their chapter planners have come under attack from a savage orc horde recently, apparently.
Oh,
Orcs.
that's what I own.
You like orcs, don't you? You got a lot of them.
Orc.
We've got some more here. So we've got White Consuls, Liberators, Genesis chapter, Praetors of Orpheus. We've got lots of Black Consuls, Silver Skulls. Yeah, they're all
Iron
here.
Snake.
They're all here.
Iron Snake.
Then for the Necrons, we've got the Novok dynasty. So these are one of the different factions of the Necrons you can play as. I think it looks like they've got sort of red skulls. I quite like that, actually. I could get into that.
Wait, just move it so I can see. It's just something glaring on the picture. I want to see. Oh my god, that is creepy. Look,
Creepy,
it's got
isn't it?
red on his...
I think that's actually blood.
Yeah.
I think he's got blood on this thing. But he has got a red head, which I think is quite cool. I quite
Why
like
has
that.
he got blood on his head? Did he smash someone's skull in like bang?
I think he might just smash someone's skull in.
That's what I just said.
There we go. So they've got red sort of shoulders and heads. I quite like them. They're quite cool, aren't they? They're quite cool. I like them.
prefer the normal ones.
You like the normal ones? He's one of those where he's got a red head and skull. Anyway, so then we've got a bit of lore about the Imperium. So it's telling us about the remnants of a dark age. So it's telling us about the superstitious nature of the Imperium, I think. So it's just talking a bit about the superstitious nature of the Imperium. Because like I say, it is tried to be portrayed a bit like the Middle Ages. Explorator fleets.
Dominoes.
Yeah.
Dominoes.
So this is a bit more about. There's a bit more about the Adeptus Mechanicus there. We've got the how to paint guide. So we're going to be doing a bit of browns. So the brown's going to be mainly for the leather. So we've got the gloves on the Librarian, his belt, his book. Doing quite a lot on the Librarian there. A little bit on the captain. Oh, we're doing his hair. We're going to do the captain's hair.
Brown.
Yeah, so we're doing the hair on a few of them by the looks of it. Doing the gun packs and so on. Bit of red on the cloak. Oh, finally painted his cloak. That's good. We like that. So yeah, a bit of red on the cloak. We're going to be painting the heads on some of the Marines. That's good, isn't it? We like that. And on the aggressors.
On the glove on him.
Yeah, a bit of Nuln Oil going onto the leather to give a bit of shading.
Yeah. He's finally got his glove.
Some more data sheets. So we've got the Scorpec destroyers, which is good because we use them quite a lot. The plasma sites.
I've only used once.
Yeah. Before I forget, we've got the final gallery showing what all those miniatures are going to look like when they're done, or at least when we get to this point in the painting. So quite a lot of painting to do with this one, but we'll get through that. Then we've got some more core rules, so it's updating some more core rules for us. Tells us all about the command phase, so what happens at that stage. And then another battle. Now we haven't played this battle, but because we only did the 3 battles, but this battle, this is quite a big one by the looks of it. So you've got the Overlord, 10 Necron Warriors, and the 3 Scorpec destroyers, and the plasma site.
Versus Lieutenant 5 Synthesis and 3 glasses. I might play as the Necrons there.
You think you want the Necron because of Scorpec destroyers?
No, because I beat you with the Overlord and some Necron Warriors with those exact same.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the Haemotrope destroyers or the plasma sites. So.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's issue 30, so that's the whole delivery. So what was your favourite bit of delivery 8?
I don't really know. Probably getting this big chunky thing.
You like the big plasmacyte reactor?
And
I quite like the reactor as well. I think it's a really nice model. I got one of these for myself actually because I quite like it.
he might be giving me one.
Yeah, we shall see. But yeah, then the Necron Warriors, we've already got a lot of them, haven't we? But it doesn't mean we've got a big force. What about the battles? We enjoyed the battles, didn't we?
I like the one where I outmaneuvered you.
Yeah, you enjoyed that, didn't you? But I think we had fun that day, didn't we, playing on the battle? Right, yeah, so what have we got to say?
What do you say to the viewers?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.